jury nullification. This is over on democraticulderground.com. And they reprinted an article by a segment of it. N2Doc posted it over on DU by Joe Mazingo. And Julie Shermantz watched warily as the judge asked prospective jurors whether they or anyone close to them had a card for medical marijuana. 10 hands lifted, a third of the jury pool. Julie was the assistant U.S. attorney who was prosecuting a guy who ran a dispensary. And she's going, word you can't say on the air. And, rats. And what is happening is increasingly juries are realizing that they have the right of what's called jury nullification. If you are on a jury, the judge is going to tell you that your job is to decide the case based on the facts before you. But the actual law in the United States, established way back in the founding era and maintained to this day, the actual law is that if you're on a jury, you can not only judge the facts, you can play Supreme Court. You can judge the law. You have to do it based on your conscience. Jury nullification, here's a classic definition. It's a sanctioned doctrine of trial proceedings wherein members of a jury disregard either the evidence presented. You can say, yeah, that guy sold that guy some pot. I don't care. I'm not going to convict him. You can disregard the evidence or the instructions of the judge. In other words, you can become the juror can be, you as a juror can determine both fact and law. You can be your own Supreme Court when you're on a jury. This is called jury nullification. And most people in America do not know this. Prosecutors don't want you to know it. Judges don't want you to know it. If you talk about knowing it, they will exclude you from the jury pool and anybody who heard you talking about it. And I'm not suggesting that you should use your knowledge of this as a way to get out of jury duty. If anything, you should go for jury duty. And if, very often, I'd say probably, 90% of the time or more, juries are, they have a case before them where somebody actually did some horrible thing and the law is appropriate. Somebody beat up somebody, somebody shot somebody, somebody robbed somebody at gunpoint. You're not going to nullify that law, and you're not going to ignore the facts in the case. You're going to find the guy guilty and send him to jail. That's the appropriate thing to do. But if it's a case of, it's one of those 8 times more black people are arrested and convicted of possessing marijuana than white people. If it's a case like that, black guy who got busted with a couple of joints because he was in a stop and frisk, if I was on that jury, I would say, A, we're going to ignore the evidence, and B, we're going to say that we don't want to enforce the law. Not guilty. Let him out. And I would inform everybody else in the jury room that you have this right. And if you don't believe it, ask the judge. He'll tell you. He must. Now, some judges might try to declare a mistrial or something, but I just don't think they can get away with it. So here's the headline from this article that's reprinted over at Democratic Underground. Jury nullification becoming an issue in pot prosecutions. Increasingly across the United States, jurors who know what I just told you are saying, no, I'm not going to send that guy to jail or that woman. Not going to happen.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archives.
This is a really important thing, and it's something that you need to tell everybody you know about.